Guess we'll see if SoCal comes in at some point.
Hello. How are you? I am your Shepard, J.Sieg. I'm joined here by the one and only Commissioner Rhino. Welcome to the Week 6 Fantasy Recap Show.
Let's go.
If you've made it
Let's
with
go.
us, if you are watching us, if you are joining us live, um you've made it through a semi marathon, really. I mean, like, look, the London Games. If you are a if you're a maniac psychopath, like most of us, like us too,
Nope, nope.
yeah, you were up well before the 9:30 Eastern kickoff, watching absolute putrid football, at least from one team, at least from the Jacksonville Jaguars, which we will get into, Rhino.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, yeah, we'll get into it, and then of course, and then it goes right into like the 1 o'clock main slate, and we're off and running. But yeah, we will get to that London game. But at first, I wanted to ask you, Rhino, what is your big takeaway from today? What really got at you? What play, what team, what performance either stood out
This
for
is this
for
this
for, the, for good or for bad?
this is what I'll say. This was a tight end breakout weekend. A lot of tight ends went off. A lot of them did. A lot of them. That was my biggest takeaway. Was that, and then just the Cowboys just getting fully dog walked. It's like there's nothing. Those are my two takeaways. Those are especially the tight ends, man.
Do I need to
They had themselves a weekend.
do I need to put up another one? I could put up another one. They got dog walked. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, look, we were we set the time up for to go live at the conclusion of the Lions Cowboys game, and I think that we were expecting a much more entertaining game.
Yeah.
We could have went live in the middle of this game about a half hour ago. You know what? We probably should have.
I think the over under was like 47.5, and I think the Lions got that by themselves.
Yeah. No, without question. So yeah, the Cowboys got dog walked. The tight ends emerged. Yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about that. Yes, we saw Mark Andrews. God bless it. Finally scored. Everybody could, I guess, take a sigh of relief. Yes, I mean he did make the end zone.
Ingram went 10 for 10 for 132 yards.
Yeah.
You know,
Evan Ingram was a bright spot for Jacksonville. He did
that was the only bright spot too.
On his return too, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
look, coming back from injury, you would have thought, okay, having Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk, Brian Thomas Jr. Hey, look, yesterday on the Start Sit show, folks, and I know that our goat George and Sniper Mel, another goat, heard us make several calls yesterday regarding Brian Thomas Jr. Whether we had to start him. There were a lot of scenarios with Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, look, it was obvious, it was evident that Trevor Lawrence was looking for him, and I'm pretty sure that they missed in the end zone as well. So he was targeted in the end zone.
Yeah,
he did not connect. Yeah, that Jacksonville team is not very good. Unfortunately, they have good skill position players. They're just not very good. I'm with you with the tight ends. We can get into Sammy Ballgame, Laporta. It looked fantastic. The Lions pull off another hook and ladder trickery play. We just saw it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but this was offensive lineman though.
and still, it's like Dallas wasn't like looking for it, or they embarrassed them. But you would have thought that this was the coming out game for Sam Laporta. because we are Laporta supporters. And no, no, yeah, he scored. It was a great long play, but there was not much after that. Look, we really shouldn't complain, right? We did.
Didn't he?
I'm sorry.
Did he get hurt? So I saw him on the sidelines. They were stretching like his calf muscle or something.
You have better eyes than I do. I didn't see that. He's got to be. He's still playing, Ben. He's got to be nicked up to some degree. None of these guys are healthy. Period. Speaking of healthy, yeah. So what am I again? Not that this should be a huge takeaway, but yeah, there were tons of concussions again. Marvin Harrison Jr. There were several others.
Olave.
Chris Olave. That's right, Chris Olave. Yeah, look, Bronco GOAT. Yeah, we found it. This was the Bijan game. Look, if you are a running back, if you are a high-profile, prolific, highly touted out of college running back, and you need to get right, if you need a game to come out, play the Panthers.
I think Algier just missed getting 100 yards himself by 1 yard.
I did see that score. I mean, I saw him score the touchdown. Horrible weekend for my guys. Another loss. Barkley, TJ Moore. Oh, your team, George. So, yeah, Saquon. Let's get there. Let's get there. We're gonna get right here. As soon as I find the damn banner. Am I allowed to say damn?
You can say it. You're allowed to.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm giving you that permission.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want any any type of warnings. I don't want any flags. I don't want any of those types of things. George, yeah, Saquon Barkley just did not perform to our expectations today against the Cleveland Browns. I got granted. Okay, so Cleveland Browns do come in with somewhat of a decent defense, but the Eagles, they were coming off of a bye. Hey, look, the wide receivers did pretty well.
Yeah,
Devontae Smith scored on one of his classic nice 40-50 yarders. AJ Brown wound up scoring as well. Yeah, no, we didn't get anything from Saquon.
And I think both had. I think they were pretty close in targets and catches and yards too. So that it was encouraging, especially with AJ Brown coming off a hammy injury, and then Devontae Smith coming off the concussion. But do you worry that the Eagles' offense is maybe stagnant or something? I don't know if stagnant's right. I mean, because they won, but they kind of seem off. I know there's a inner fighting between Kellen Moore and
after 6 weeks, 5 games. They may still be trying to work it out amongst themselves. I mean, look, the Eagles came out of the gate last season blazing hot. They were on an absolute tear. They were scoring, points by the droves. And then in the second half of the season, they went flat. They blamed the offensive coordinator. They blamed all that. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good point. It's valid. Like, yeah, there is. Is it stagnant? Perhaps. They're trying to find their identity. I mean, look, their identity. AJ Brown, 116 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Smith on 3 catches, 64 yards. That one of those one plays. Dallas Goedert was hurt in this game.
Yeah.
Was he concussion, right?
Yeah. No, was it concussion or hammy?
Let's call it a hammy. Head injury, Sniper. Yeah. Head injuries. But let's go back to Andrew real fast. Do I start Tyrone?
Yeah, he went down with a hammy.
Andrew, thank you for joining us this evening on the Week 6 Fantasy Recap Show. Please give this stream a like. please subscribe to our future shows. If you were on last night's show, and you could, of course, watch the video, we were singing the praises, singing it for Tyrone. But it's Tyrone Tracy or James Cook. James Cook's going to play. He's definitely going to play. How effective, how efficient is James Cook going to be? How many opportunities is James Cook going to get playing a very the Jets are going to be feisty tomorrow night. They are. They smell blood against this Bills team. It's going to be hard to sit James Cook. I want to tell you to start Tyrone Tracy. I think James Cook is probably a better play. Probably.
But he's coming off almost not even playing.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to read. So, yeah, I mean, look, I saw that. I saw the video at least of him and his foot, the top of his cleat going down onto the. I mean, okay, let's call it a stubbed toe. At the very worst, I'm not suggesting that James Cook may not be in some sort of pain. I'm not suggesting that at all. However, again, look, there's not many weapons on this Buffalo Bills team aside from Josh Allen.
But Josh Allen also snipes the goal line, carries a lot too.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I mean, I know. With me, I would go Tracy. Sing it.
Well, let me. You better call Tyrone. Well, let me ask. Let's ask Andrew a different question. Are you winning this game? Are you down? And
you're down 22.
Oh.
And the other person has Slayton going.
Down 22. I think James Cook has a better shot of getting you 22 with his ceiling.
Well, with Higgins too. So is Tracy and Higgins or Cook and Higgins? Higgins might get you 22 himself.
True. Very true. So you make the call. I would go James Cook here for the ceiling.
Okay. I'll agree with you.
Cook that's what I would do. As much as we love Tyrone Tracy tonight, I think I would go with James Cook, two-way versatility, along with T. I think you're safe there with T. Higgins as well.
Yeah.
Sniper, what happened? Yeah, Saquon didn't do it for you. I know. Unfortunately, you're not. I often tell this to many who oh shit, J.Sieg, Jonathan. I had this player, they didn't perform. Well, you're not the only one that had that player that didn't perform. Look, you weren't the only one that rolled the dice, and I wouldn't even consider rolling the dice. We all had Saquon Barkley going at that around that 1-2 turn.
Yeah,
and it's only week 6. It's only week.
He's somebody you don't take out of your lineup either. Kind of like Bijan, kind of like Gibbs. You just leave them. You just leave them.
Back to Gibbs. Didn't I see George Goat? He has Gibbs, right?
No.
I thought I saw some. Yeah, Gibbs. Right here. Also, unbelievable. Gibbs doesn't get. Yeah, I know. Okay, so Gibbs owner right here. Perfect example. Gibbs owner in several leagues around that late first round or early second.
Yep, me too.
Definitely. And we're seeing David Montgomery, the Monty Goat, just absolutely playing the best football of his career as most running backs start to decline in their career. David Montgomery's he's in favor right now. He really is. Yeah. Until Ben Johnson and the Detroit Lions open up the playbook a little bit more, and boom, you're gonna see Jahmyr Gibbs. But we're kind of we're crossing our fingers for that. Here's one of my big takeaways, or one of the things that impressed me the most, Rhino. Not necessarily the fact that the Bucks scored 51. No. I didn't think it was going to be this high scoring. What impressed me the most is Christopher Godwin.
Yeah. He almost had 3 touchdowns for the day too, and one got called back.
He's got to be wide receiver 1 right now. Tell me he's not. Tell me he has to be.
No, he has to be. No, I agree.
Chris Godwin. Now this man, shit. Yeah, you know what? I don't know why I'm cursing so much this evening. It must be because of I'm on fumes, but I am here. I am your shepherd.
If you're a Rashid White owner, would you be looking to trade him or hold on to him? Because the way that with Bucky Irving and Sean Tucker both doing good,
Okay. Well, it didn't seem that Bucky Irving, another one of our
a lot last night. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of calls for Bucky Irving, rightfully so. Look, this is one of these types of the late round rookie stashes, or the waiver wire pickup, and it's one of these running backs that could just wind up being a league winner. Bucky Irving did not look really that good in this game until late in the game. Sean Tucker helps no one. And I'm sure that we will get into Sean Tucker. We'll discuss him probably more in depth this upcoming Tuesday, folks. We have a brand new show.
Now Bucky Irving had 81 yards rushing and 20 yards receiving. That's not a bad day.
No. It's not a bad day at all. It seemed like
a touchdown.
Yeah, it just seemed like it came on late. He averaged close to 6 yards on the ground. Yeah, no, look, if you're gonna put up 51 points as a team, as a unit, there's a lot of guys that are gonna be able to eat. Bucky Irving found enough here late in the game to be able to get us to a good fantasy performance. Sean Tucker, though, again, nobody had Sean Tucker on their bingo card for 14 carries and 136 yards. No. Nobody did. More impressively was Chris Godwin. I don't want to take anything away from this. On 13 targets, 11 catches, 125 and 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans, who we thought was going to be held in check for most of this game, he was. It didn't help you. Didn't help you in your lineup, but we weren't sitting him either. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. Nobody's sitting CD Lamb. Perfect example. Nobody is sitting your studs like that. You have to roll with it. Unfortunately, and that's just the way it works. We knew Mike Evans was not going to have the game. Other than that, the Saints, Spencer Rattler, kudos, right?
Yeah.
Rookie picks, but he did throw a touchdown. He did, but
interception. I think he had a fumble too.
His Foster Moreau, Jawan Johnson combined for 5 catches on 5 targets for over 100 yards between the 2 tight ends. What do we say about our rookie quarterbacks? They want to look for their safety.
Check down Charlie's for the tight ends and running backs.
They want to look for their safety valves. Yep. That's correct. Sports Spotlight. Spotlight on sports. Chase Brown or James Cook. Another James Cook.
PPR.
Yeah. Again, both good plays. I'm going to hold Chase Brown in the same tier player as Tyrone Tracy while going with or up against the comparison or verse, the sit, James Cook.
Yeah.
No. I'm now again. I apologize, folks. I'm going to start James Cook in this situation over Chase Brown. It's just I think James Cook has the highest ceiling. Chase Brown is going to do well for you, though. I think James Cook has greater potential. I know there's a little bit of an injury situation. If you don't, all right, let me again, and this will go back to our other GOAT. If for some reason you go with James Cook tomorrow night and the Bills pull one of these Anthony Richardsons on you at 7:00 tomorrow night, I hope you guys got Ray Davis or Ty Johnson. Is that the other running back?
Yeah.
You better have one of those two just in case to insert. Yeah. But again, for PPR, look, Chase Brown is still going to share a little bit with Zach Moss. I'm surprised Zach Moss is going to be active. I don't expect Zach Moss to be that effective, but still, he's sharing the backfield. It's only a matter of time before Chase Brown either A, takes over the entire backfield himself, and then he's always going to be a start, or B, the snap shares kind of shift. So, like right now, if it's like 60-40 Zach or 55-45, it's gonna flip sooner rather than later. I'm gonna go with James Cook though. Sports Spotlight. Thank you for coming though. Appreciate you being here this evening. I wish you nothing but success. No, one of the main one of our main creeds or mission statements. Rhino, we're not going to provide any type of commentary or advice, suggestion, or A through Z if we weren't doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
So if this was again, if it was me and I have James Cook and I also have Chase Brown because I drafted like a mother effing goat, I'm gonna go with James Cook. That's it. Who's next? Dak 5 points. Do I need Turgay goat? I hope do I need to put up the Jerry and Steven overlay again? I don't want to. No, I've seen enough of them. Dak 5 points. Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney was actually part of our stack in the Friday night DFS show.
That's right.
We almost got that stack. Mooney for 4, Tolbert for 4, Javonte for 2. Javonte is damn close to a cut. Ted Bigsby I would hold on to. Javonte, looking at this Broncos team, it's amazing to me. Absolutely astonishes me how they either they can't create for one of their running backs, they can't figure it out, or none of them are capable, or their offensive line. It's a combination of all of it.
Yeah.
All of it. We thought that Jaleel McLaughlin had a little bit more upside. It looked like he kind of fell into favor with Sean Payton. Javonte Williams looked terrible last year, but we gave him a pass coming off of his terrible ACL, PCL injuries. There's no excuse this season. No excuse.
Now they're bringing out STN too. So you're.
What did he do today?
He didn't do too much.
He didn't do anything, right?
I think Bo Nix freaking had the most rushing yards out of the whole team. So
what does that say? What does that tell you? In any event,
the next game.
This wolf. Where is this wolf? We should give the link not only to the wolf. We should get the sniper in here. I don't even know what I would do with myself. I don't even know.
All right, so Sports Spotlight says, I was wondering since I need 35 points instead of Daniel Jones, Higgins, and one of those running backs.
Well, the way you're asking sports is, I was wondering, 35. You're down 35 points. You Daniel Jones is your starting quarterback. T. Higgins is going. Okay.
So he
So
needs
30. Do it like that. 35 divided by 3 is what? That's about what? 11, 12 points a piece. 12.5 points a piece. You would think that Daniel Jones is going to get you a little bit more than 12. Now you're banking on T. Higgins and one of those running backs to at least do their share. Who's the other? Well, go back, Rhino. Who's the other running back?
I think it was Cooks and
Oh, yes, no, it's Cook. It's Cooks.
yeah. So yeah, you're still good with Cooks.
Cooks, Higgins,
Especially we have Higgins going.
Cooks, Higgins, Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes against the who? Who they? Bengals. Come on. You got this. You got this, GOAT. Hold on a second while I do some of my producing. That's you. You got this. Alrighty. Do we want to get to another game or do we want to get to more questions? I say we get to more questions.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do here. We want to entertain and we want to provide just awesome entertainment. That's what we want to do.
So I need a quarterback, so I already got McLaughlin for Tolbert for next week. I've got Devontae. Don't know what to do with Bigsby though. I have Algier, Jay Warren, and Braylon available. Algier look good, man. Don't do anything with Algier because
yeah. So here's the good news: you actually see the Falcons utilizing Tyler Algier. We actually have we have a good block of games now with Bijan. You know, it's not optimal for the Bijan Robinson owners. However, the standalone value that Tyler Algier presents is flex worthy for you.
Yeah.
Now, Tank, I mean, again, Jacksonville just looks like dog. But who? Oh, Jacksonville's in London again.
Again, yeah. They play the Patriots next week.
I can't believe they did that to us. I promise you this.
I don't think they play in Germany. I think Kansas City and when Germany game, because I think it's Kansas City and forget who else. I know it's KC in Germany, but I can't remember where they're playing. But
no, I think they're Jacksonville. I think they're in London again. But
yeah.
What I was going to say is, I promise you this: I'm not watching that. I'm not getting up for that. I'm not staying up for that. Staying up. That's right. Jones a GOAT.
Yeah. See, those morning games, I get up. I'm on the West Coast, so I get up early not to get ready I do my daily reading, and then I go to church. I leave for church at 7:30, 7:35. So I miss those games. I'll watch maybe 10 or 15 minutes of it. I'm not missing much.
I mean, like, I thought I was getting up for church too, or staying up for church. I was, let's tip our caps. Let's give credit where credit is due. Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams played very well. Quarterback.
Yep.
Played the position very well.
DeAndre Swift had another good game.
DeAndre Swift, again, top 5, top 6 running back in fantasy. Again, I recall us saying the same thing last Sunday in the Week 5 fantasy recap show.
Yeah.
There was that first play. Jacksonville got right after him. Like they caught him in the pocket. Like he tried to evade it, and they put him down. After that, he was so poised. DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson, Keenan Allen. That's it. I mean, I'm not even going to look at the stats. I watched the game.
Yeah. Cole Kmet had him in game.
Cole Kmet.
That's one of the other tight ends that I just totally spaced on when he's the first one had the breakout game.
Cole Kmet.
I think everybody in fantasy has been waiting for this coming weekend for tight ends.
Again, not. Yeah, you know why? Because we were so bullish on them. We drafted them high. Again, we had this conversation, but we'll say it again for those that may not have heard us. In years past, it was only one or two tight ends that you were really just going to go out and draft in the first 2 rounds because of the positional scarcity. Then last season, we saw several of them. Several that did really well. So now it's like, okay, now let's go get one in the 3rd round. Let's go get one in the 4th round. Now let's go get one in the 5th round. These are rounds where you're drafting the wide receivers or the running backs and maybe Patrick Mahomes. Maybe that's where you took Tom Brady. Maybe. That's my rant. How about this? I know you'll like this one. Hats off to you.
Why?
Stroud
had a quietly good game. He didn't throw for a ton of yards, but he was efficient. Everybody, Tank Dell got a touchdown. He catches for 80 yards and something like that.
Hats off to us.
Yeah.
Hats off to us. We were rolling with Tank, despite how we were. I don't know. I mean, kind of on the fence, sort of on the fence. What were we going to see from C.J. Stroud on the road, outdoors? There wasn't a huge body of work other than collegiate. Yes, the young man did really well, and at the same time, as we did kind of hedge that, we also kind of played devil's advocate yesterday, right? when we discussed what to expect here. Was CJ perhaps going to distribute the ball around? Was CJ perhaps going to lean on his ground game and Joe Mixon's return?
Joe Mixon went off.
It happened.
Hey, coming off an injury too? Come on, man.
So this is one of those rare situations, I would say, Rhino, where I'd say we got this one totally correct.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Tank nailed. The other Texans 8. Stephon Diggs 8 in the absence of, the other wide receivers and Dalton, right?
Yeah.
He didn't.
A little bit.
Dameon Pierce. Right. Dameon Pierce, 76 yards on the ground on 8 carries for a touchdown. Everybody got involved here. Stephon Diggs, 77 yards and a score. Tank, 7 catches on 57 yards. Joe Mixon, 2 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, they took it to the Patriots, and they were supposed to take it to the Patriots on the road against this team. However, things could be looking better, brighter. Drake May had a pretty good game. Pop Douglas scored. It wasn't Jalen Polk.
Kendrick Bourne scored. And didn't Dad say last night the sneaky play would be Kendrick Bourne?
Yeah. I wish I had the GOAT that was asking about Jalen Polk. Doesn't matter because he's a GOAT. And then it was like we shrugged our shoulders. What about Pop Douglas? Kendrick Bourne's coming back. What about Hunter Henry? What about all these other dudes? I don't know about the rookie.
Yeah. Let's see.
Waivers. Well, speaking of waivers.
Sure, game. Waivers are.
Speaking of waivers.
Yeah.
This coming Tuesday, 8:30, our premiere show. Look, we're very proud of the work that we're doing here. Only taking off. We're 6 weeks into this with you, the GOATs. Appreciate you very much. Waivers are kind of pure luck. Gabe Davis. Oh my God. Gabe Davis. sticking with Addison. I am thinking of sticking with Addison or Pittman rather than Darnell next week. Well, I mean, look, we saw Pittman get into the end zone today with Joe Flacco.
That was a great catch.
You know, it's almost, to be honest with you, it's kind of like, it feels like the same situation. You've got two good wide receivers on both. Well, it's not okay. Let me rephrase that, or let me retract that. It's really not the same because Justin Jefferson is that much better than Michael Pittman. I don't know. Is this like
Who does Minnesota play?
Are we thinking of dropping somebody, like sticking with Addison or Pittman rather than Mooney? Yeah, no. Again, it's what in this order it would be Pittman, Addison, Mooney. I think. I mean, look, Darnell Mooney's a nice little story. He is, and he's a nice complementary wide receiver too. Michael Pittman is technically a one.
Yeah.
Right. Technically.
Yeah.
Where Josh Downs is becoming a 1B, and Jordan Addison is a wide receiver 2 in a different type of offense with a different type. Again, that's why I kind of lump them almost in the same because like they're both very offensive centric, two offensive genius coaches. When all the coverages and all the attention is to Justin Jefferson, JJ, that's when Jordan Addison could wind up freaking going off. And I think the same thing can take place with Josh Downs. Let's not forget, Goat. Next week will be Josh Downs' third game, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, look,
and plenty of time. Be back next week too, I believe.
And again, that's not to say that Darnell Mooney won't have some other spike weeks. Again, we're not suggesting that. I'm not suggesting that. But if we have to go with a little bit of a pecking order right now, it's Pittman, Jordan Addison, then Darnell.
Yeah.
That would be that's how my depth chart would roll. Go. Jones a Goat. You know that your Shepard is on like 35 hours. That's right. This is what we do here. Your Shepard.
How many Celsius deep are you?
No, I cut myself off and then I restarted again like at around like 4:15, 4:30ish for the show. But like overall, I lost count.
We traded Ayuk and Jamo for Lamb.
For Lamb? You may have given it a little too much.
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, now what?
Not bad.
No. So Jesse, now what though? I mean, like you traded 2 wide receivers for CD. Just saw what CD did today. But again, I see the logic. And projecting CD Lamb's rest of season. So yeah, I totally subscribe to that. Now though, I mean, Jamo looks like he's on the ascension. They're looking to get him involved at the expense, or maybe not at the expense, right now at the expense of other skill position players on the Lions. And Ayuk, I mean, we're not out on Ayuk either. I know Sniper is all in on Debo, but we're not out on Ayuk. It's close. It's close, Jesse. I don't know if you would necessarily have gotten a better deal. Mike, who's replacing the second wide receiver in this situation? That's what I would want to know, or that's what I would be looking at as far as my team. Like, who's now taking Jamo's spot? We know Lamb is taking Ayuk's spot. Who's taking Jamo's? If Mixon is active, you start. So, yeah, he was active, all right. He was uber active.
I think that was one of the few that the four of us agreed on last night. No hesitation either.
Yeah,
No
he was uber active.
Yeah.
Okay. We wonder if his sniper is still here. Let's go to another one of these feature games where we thought that the Cardinals. Damn. We might have gotten a little bit of this wrong too, but I don't really think that we can't really fault. We can't predict injury. But again,
No.
It circles back to, like, I think something that we may have said, if not yesterday, on a previous show. Marvin Harrison Jr., that, like, even if let's say he would have played the entire game, and let's say like Jair Alexander would have locked him up.
Yeah.
Shouldn't the Cardinals have done better than that?
Yeah, I don't know if Marvin Harrison Jr. equates to 21 points. You know what I mean? I don't think so. Packers they're good. People just need to wake up and understand they're good. Jordan Love is healing. Jordan Love is a quarterback.
Well, we know that the Packers are
good.
Know? Jordan Love played great. They all played great.
And Jordan Love, I've said it before the season, Jordan Love is my dark horse to win MVP.
You know this.
Yeah.
You know this.
Yeah.
I'm still a little salty.
He spread the ball around, so
I may be still a little salty, disappointed that I don't have him in enough spots. Reports are that Jaden Reed did get hurt in this game.
Yeah, but he came back in.
To some degree. Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Wicks got hurt.
Tontavian Wicks. Another dud, 2 in a row. Hey, how about this one?
Romeo wore out though.
Yeah,
He's in the end zone.
I'm pretty confident on recording yesterday that I thought Romeo was going to score. I thought that they need to make him happy. Jordan Love was going to make him happy today.
Too.
Yeah, he did. Typical Christian Watson game too. 3 catches.
Mel, to answer this question, Mel, he might not be going anywhere. It's just a dysfunctional mess right now. What's going on?
Hey, in the world, I mean, like, would you want Devontae Adams back on the Packers? How about
no?
I don't.
Not for those receivers.
I don't even think he wants to go back there. I don't think so. Yeah, and plus there's too many mouths to feed. I wouldn't want Devontae Adams in that locker room.
No.
Not to say that he's a
good locker room, but
by all accounts, he's like a really good teammate. So not implying that, but why would I want to break this up?
No.
What the Packers need is a running back, I think.
Jacobs didn't do too bad.
It's not too bad. It's not too great.
82 yards rushing, and
when's the last time Josh Jacobs scored?
Last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
You sure? You sure the last time he scored wasn't in Rio?
No. No. Yeah, I believe he scored last week against the Rams. In fact, I know he did.
I gave the Wolf the wrong link. But, I mean, what else? I know I messed it up. The Wolf. I apologize, Wolf. I do. I apologize. I know that you were trying to get in here and talk sharp with us. Rhino, I mean, if you may want to, you can try to send him the link if you want.
What's the next game?
Well, one last part here. While we were talking about the tight ends and the craze and like pounding our fists for the brand name tight ends, everybody was getting on the Tucker Kraft horse this week. What happened there? not wasn't that good.
No.
That's the volatility of the position, folks, in a nutshell. Okay, let's move on. Are we? No. Yeah, so let's talk about a little bit of the Colts. I was surprised.
What do the Titans do? What do they do here? Do they sit Levis and start playing Rudolph? Because 95 yards passing, and Ridley went off.
Yeah, Ridley's not happy. Tony Pollard had a good game.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Just where we thought he was going to have a good game too. Yeah,
But
Will Levis.
Yeah,
look, he's not a good quarterback.
I know. So why are they keeping on? Put Rudolph in. At least Rudolph will get him down the field and not make mistakes, and probably throw for more than 95 yards. I don't think Levis is. I don't think Levis is a. I wouldn't say he's a horrible. I don't think he's a horrible quarterback, but he's one of those quarterbacks that would need to sit for 2 or 3 years behind a starter.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit. It wouldn't. No, I mean at 1-4, you've got to do something. Look, the Jets just fired their head coach.
Yeah.
At what? At 2-3? I mean, your team, it's getting away from you at this point.
Yeah.
Will Levis is not getting it done. You've got disgruntled other players, like especially like the wide receiver that you just brought in.
They paid a lot of money for
another veteran on the way out. Yeah, you got a problem. You have Tennessee. You have a problem. So yeah, no, by all means, I endorse that move, and I think it's coming too.
It'll be funny if they freaking picked up Tannehill.
Welcome home.
Welcome back. Bring us back.
How's Trey Sermon doing today?
Yeah, Trace. Well, and we said it last night too. Last night I said the only viable play at running back for Indianapolis was Goodson.
It's 8:25. Do you know where your Trey Sermon is? He should be on waivers. You should have dropped him by now.
Yeah.
And Tyler Goodson, yeah, okay, 51 yards. Okay. I mean, yeah, this team is playing. They don't have a viable backup. Regardless. Turgay go. That's the Jets did. I should fire these guys. Yeah, you know what? I mean, it's a miracle. It's a miracle that McCarthy even kept his job from last season. To be honest with you, the mediocrity of the Cowboys to just it is, but it isn't okay to make the playoffs and then just get beat.
Their offensive line is just kind of trash right now too. Was it the right tackle? He got beat a few times, just ugly beat, man, ugly. But I think, and then we've talked about this before about there's some speculation out there, beginning of the season when they didn't try to get a running back and they saw what they were doing, that Jerry Jones wants his team to implode. He wants to be in position to trade Dak Prescott and then start all over with another quarterback.
They just signed Dak Prescott.
I'm just saying, and then bring in Belichick as a quarterback, as the head coach.
Yeah.
You know,
the O line is Jerry. I like that. They really are. They really are.
Wonder how much they're missing Tyrone.
Yeah.
Tyrone Smith.
This team's in bad shape. All right, guys. The cut. You know what else I was surprised at, by the way? All signs were pointing that Anthony Richardson was going to start in this game. Then all of a sudden at like 11:30, no good.
And he was QB3 too. He wasn't QB2. He's QB3 today.
Makes you wonder. Kind of makes you wonder. What else we got?
But see, that's the thing, Jonesy, is their speculation. This is just speculation stuff that I've read and heard was that he would let Bill have control. He'd let Belichick have control of the personnel and stuff and coach. If Belichick did get hired, they bring in Josh Daniels, big douchebag, as a OC.
I mean, all sorts of technical difficulties, but we're all good. We're back. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's an embarrassing loss. But
Yeah,
I still
at home.
I still don't think that he's gonna do anything. He's gonna let it ride out. Although again, look, no, he's not Woody Johnson. Woody Johnson's impulsive. Jerry Jones is not that impulsive. Not anymore.
No.
I think he used to be. He used to be impulsive. How about them Steelers? So yeah, that's what I wanted to say to you. It was a good day and a bad day for you, Rhino. Good day. I mean, look, Rams want to buy. Couldn't have lost. On the flip side, yeah, those Raiders.
I told you I said it last night. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be.
The Raiders. I mean, you want to talk about an ineptitude on offense. Now the Steelers we thought were like pretty bad in terms of offensive production. Najee Harris ran all over them. They're still having trouble connecting though. I mean, like, I don't know where all these points came from. I honestly don't. However, 32 points. And the Raiders the Steelers defense traveled to Las Vegas and would not let them score. The other problem with the Raiders, honestly, after Devontae Adams and now
no Jacoby Myers either today.
They do. The team is there's no good depth. How about that? They don't have very good depth. Alexander Madison. For all the knock that we were giving this guy coming out of Minnesota last year, happens to be playing pretty well. We didn't think that he was going to have this role. He happens to be playing pretty well in the type of running back style that he has or that he's offering, which is not carrying the ball per se. But he happens to be doing pretty well. Is he fantasy viable? In a bye week situation, are you starting Alexander Madison if you have to in a bind? Tank Bigsby or Alexander Madison, Bucky Irving or Alexander. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got to be. Yeah. He's going to be in this tier of players.
Yeah, just the rate. You would have thought that they would have schemed a better. Getsy was schemed a better game for Connell. You know. It is. I mean, sadly, it is what it is. They can't get out of their own way. They're just,
yeah.
And you know what? No, they're probably fine with it because they want Shador. They want to draft Shador. So they're just going to ride it out, man.
I'm not even sure that's the answer. I'm not. I don't know.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Why? Because everybody's taking a look at Jaden Daniels and wonderful success that he's having as a mobile quarterback, as a quarterback that has got tremendous pocket presence, that's accurate. He's brought Terry McLaurin back to life. I mean, like, so are the Raiders, is Mark Davis taking a look at the Jaden Daniels of the world and they see that? I mean, I think
it has to do with Dion. He has a relationship with Deion Sanders. I'm sure it does. And then there's this. Shador Sanders talks to Tom Brady every week. Tom Brady is going to be okayed as a minority owner. It's actually so is Richard Seymour.
Why does Tom Brady talk to Shador Sanders?
They
Or does he
text-
talk? Or does he talk to Deion Sanders?
No, he texts. Him and Shador Sanders text each other each week.
That's interesting. Because like Shador Sanders, I'm pretty sure is old enough to be like Tom's son.
Yeah.
Right? Almost.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Almost. In any event, look, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You know, come next April, May. The Raiders again. I don't know whether Devontae Adams. I don't know why Devontae Adams would want to suit up again for the Raiders. I don't know. Jacoby Myers, I don't think necessarily helps this team. There's no running game. There's one dude on defense. Let's go back to the Commanders for a second, though. And the Ravens. Well, we spoke a little bit. We spoke about Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson again playing at an MVP level. Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers.
People need to start respecting Zay Flowers a little bit more, I think.
The Ravens, man. The Ravens defense too. I mean, look, for a while the Commanders were. This wasn't a close game.
No, it wasn't.
They made it
into the fourth quarter.
They made it close.
Daniels. He was throwing some dimes. He's an impressive young kid, man.
It's 8:30. Do you know where your Austin Eckler is?
we call that.
Austin, I saw one or two plays with Austin Eckler. They actually had enough stones to run him in between the tackles, and I'm surprised it wasn't tackled for a loss. He didn't go anywhere.
No.
So yeah, there was no surprise there. I hope none of the goats started Austin Eckler. We were not recommending that. By the way, goats, if you are watching us right now, please give us a like. Please give us a subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and hit the notification.
Yeah, hit the notifications bell. You know. Also, by all means, you're more than welcome to leave comments. Leave some comments. Leave us some feedback. Your feedback is tremendously valuable to us. Absolutely. We're a brand new channel, brand new brand, and we're very excited to be delivering these shows to all of you goats. Okay, Rhino. I think we covered.
We got them all, didn't we? Sweet.
I think we covered all of these games. I mean,
yeah.
The Falcons, the Panthers, the Red Rifle. The Red Rifle. How about what's your prediction for tonight?
I think the Bengals put up 35 points. It'll be like 35-24, 35-28, something like that. Because the defense is ranked number 32 in the league. So if Jones plays smart football and and they get the running game going, we have
this is a big spot for the Bengals. I mean, we've definitely covered several teams that either dropped the ball, right? Like the Broncos dropped the ball today. They just came out flat. This is a big spot for the Bengals too.
Yeah.
The Raiders, I'm not even sure they had the ball. But a team like the Steelers didn't drop the ball on the road. The Texans didn't drop the ball. The Bengals.
So Tony has a question here.
Spot for the Bengals too on the road. They better button up that defense.
Yeah. So with how Baker Mayfield has been playing, where do you put his trade value in a 10-team standard league, 6-point passing? His other quarterback was Lamar. What's your weakest position? And you might be able to get Might be able to get like a wide receiver 2 and running back 2, or a strong wide receiver 1. Maybe a top 15 wide receiver 1 for Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean, if you really, yeah, in a 10 team, you already have Lamar. You hit the jackpot right now with Baker. You trade off Baker to the team that is pretty weak at quarterback, and you're gonna ask for the king's ransom, pretty much. Yeah, you're gonna chip away at like his best running back, or his second best running back, and his second best wide receiver, or you're gonna want something. You're gonna want to fill a need that you have at that point.
Probably a wide receiver 3. He's got CeeDee Lamb, Puka for the playoffs.
Yeah, in a 10-team league, it's going to be stacked. It's a stacked roster for sure. Absolutely.
He has McLovin, Williams, and wide.
I got Terry, JMO, and Xavier. Go get an alpha. Go get an alpha wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely go get an alpha. Who are the alpha wide receivers right now? Besides Chris Godwin.
Yeah. Devontae Smith.
Well, besides AJ Brown. We're still gonna put CeeDee Lamb in that category as alpha, because look, last season CeeDee Lamb didn't erupt until week 10, and that's how he became wide receiver 1. You could probably go get Tyreek Hill in this situation.
Yeah, Zay Flowers, that'd be a good. Actually, Zay Flowers would be good
to stack. To stack with Lamar.
If you could swing it.
Yeah, but Baker Mayfield's value is going to be higher than Zay's.
You might be able to get Zay Flowers and like a running back too. All right, one more question here. Jonesy, did you see the comments? Burrow ran for 47-yard touchdown.
That I'm not watching.
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't run for anything. No way. I don't have the game on.
Neither do I.
Because I don't have the remote near me.
All right, so is this a fair trade? Josh Allen, Deebo Samuel for Kyron and Stephon Diggs? And if not, which side is losing the trade? you have another quarterback that is equal to Josh Allen? That's
well, I mean, again, right now, Lamar and technically Baker Mayfield are probably quarterback 1 and 2.
Yeah,
probably. Jalen Hurts is probably 4. And then from there, it's going to be ranking of like, okay, so then you're still going to put the quarterback. I mean, Josh Allen is still your quarterback. He's still going to be your quarterback 1, just because he had a couple of lousy games, and they need to get their acts together with their wide receivers. Joe Burrow is up there in the top 5.
Love. Yeah, he has Jordan Love as the other quarterback.
Jordan Love is top 5, top 6, top 7. So is this a fair trade? Josh Allen and Deebo.
You might be able to get Kyron Williams and Stephon Diggs for Josh Allen.
I wouldn't make that deal.
No.
That whoever is receiving Josh Allen and Deebo Samuel in this arrangement would be quote unquote winning the deal.
And this is Tony's
Justin Goat
running backs. So he has Connor, Kyron, and Monty for RBs. So I'm not worried in that department. Trace is my RB4 bye-week guy. Yeah.
Justin is a pro goat. Justin pro goat. A wise man once told me that you don't ever want to try and make a deal with the intention of whether you're going to win it or not lose it. You're trying to make an arrangement. You're trying to make a deal that's going to be mutually beneficial for both parties. A wise man once told me that. May he rest in peace.
Right now.
May he rest in peace.
All right. I think we're good.
We're good.
All right.
Goats, want to thank you very much for coming out
Yep.
tonight for the Week 6 Fantasy Recap Show. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Join us. Join us this upcoming Tuesday. Join us again on Friday. Join us. Find us. I don't know where you find us because our silly little handles on around. Are they around now? No. I'll figure that out. We'll figure that out, Jones a Goat. I promise you.
All right.
Well, for Commissioner,
everybody have a blessed week, and we'll talk soon.
enjoy the game.
Yep.
Yeah. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.